halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 33 and a first. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Cooks will come in motion right. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. middle they go. Chambers. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated. That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. In motion left goes Cooks. On 3rd down, Jackson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Carr got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw, it's Carr.
Pass complete once again to Bourne. The Patriots at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 41, Carr out right to Bourne. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Carr to throw again. Hard throw, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And 22 more yards there and another first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, this is Adams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up the fourth down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, They get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw his Carr. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll go down at the 28. 91 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second down at 4. Carr now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is a modern version.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock. But now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
On first down, it's Chambers. They find some open field here. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now Jackson on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Jackson running again.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From way up at the 23. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll run on first down. Chambers
will get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Play action. It's Jackson. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Chambers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Chambers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On second down now. It's Chambers, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on third and goal? Throwing is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They're going for it. This is Harris. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So what a turnaround to begin this second half. A touchdown and then the fumble recovery in quick succession.
It certainly feels like whatever was said at the half, it certainly struck the right chord because they've come out with a lot more fire here in this third quarter. Down 2 scores at the half. Now they're right back in this thing with a chance to capitalize right here.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They go play action with Jackson. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there.
Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the 27, Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Carr.
Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now Carr. Got to have this one. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, it's Carr. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's letting it fly for Cooks. got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brandon Cooks with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this is Parker, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles. And a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Sliding out of the pocket.
Targets Parker, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And a throw right sideline is complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
No, we changed it. We changed it.
Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now, and it's the Lions who have scored to extend their lead. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
694.
Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right.
And this one's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Carr. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Now Carr. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Carr to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Patriots are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Here we go on 4th down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for New England, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.